Bro, I'm so freaking ready for this school year to end, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm so sick of everything going on at that school. Oh god, bro. So, the beginning of school year was great. It was so awesome. Like, I genuinely had so much fun the beginning of the school year. Like, it was meeting new kids from different schools and learning other kids like trends and stuff like that. That's how middle school is, and I imagine high school is gonna be even cooler than that because now it's kids from all the middle schools. So it's all the kids from the elementary schools going to all the middle schools, going to all the high schools, and there's only like two high schools in the entire district. There's Ranchero and there's Hesperia High. So like, bro, it's gonna be awesome when I go to high school and I just get to meet all these new people. I love meeting new people, but I hated these people, man. Like, there's some most of the friends, most people I've met are awesome. Like Jose, I'm sure you guys know who he is. He's tight. He's probably one of the best friends I've had. Another kid named Kamar Mitchell. There's so many great friends I have, both from and not from my old school. Um, but it's just everyone else, bro. I can't stand. Like, I'm not gonna name them because I know it's probably gonna backfire, especially considering one of them has a YouTube channel. So instead, I'm gonna call them C and T. These kids have drove me crazy. I'm not someone who necessarily considers myself sensitive, at least not in the way you'd expect. I am sensitive, very sensitive, and both not sensitive at the same time. If I got punched in the arm, I'd be fine. Um, if I fell on a rock and I stunned my knee, I'd be fine. I'm not sensitive in that type of way. And when some kid goes up to me being like, "Hey, you're a cracker," I don't get angry or anything like that. I laugh it off. Um, like that type of stuff is fun, and I like doing that type of stuff. But I get very sensitive when a friend of mine is just being a jerk or stuff like that. Like there's nothing I hate more in this world than when a good friendship slowly starts to wither away. Like that makes me so sensitive. And C and T, I'm not naming them, but they know who they are. C and T, one of them's blonde, the other one's really tall. They know exactly who they are. Um and pretty much one of my friends, we don't know yet, but we believe he's vaping. And we're like trying to tell him, like, don't do that stuff. I'm trying to tell him, don't do that stuff, right? The other kids are like, let him ruin his life. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen. He's a good friend of mine. And so I'm trying to tell him stop. And these kids, C and T, are treating me like I'm an idiot for trying to get him off that stuff. And oh my god, some of the stuff they said to me, made me bawl my eyes out, bro. They said stuff like, no one cares what you have to say. Why are you here? And they're just so cocky, bro. They're so cocky and they're so just ignorant about it. Like, oh my god. Um, oh, they made me punch walls and stuff like that. They are so cocky because I was trying to tell them how much their words affected me, and they were just responding back with like, "Well, that's not what I meant. You can think of it like that, but that's not what I meant." It's like, yeah, can you at least go a little easier? Can you at least say one thing without belittling me, please? Because that'd be great. That would be awesome. And they can't do that, bro. And it's the tall kid is the one that's like saying all the insults, stuff like that, and the blonde kid's like cheering him on as it goes. And oh my gosh, they're both equally making me go crazy. Like, you know how there's something exciting coming up in the next few days, and those days coming up to it are like the longest days ever. Like they feel like they're never gonna end. These days of coming to the last day of school feel like they're taking forever. They feel like they're taking so long, bro. They feel like, oh my god, it feels like every day at school is 60 hours long, man. And then the weekends are just like Oh, okay, it's Monday again. Like, bro, you don't get any sleep. You don't get anything like that. Like, I'm dealing, like, I'm stressed out a lot right now. I'm so stressed with so many things. My sister has drama at school and she's always blabbering on about it. That makes me stressed. My parents are, like, about to sue some RV thing. That makes me stressed. Like, my brother's moving out because he's graduating. That's making me stressed. As much as I'm happy to have new friends, stuff like that, uh, even though I'm some of the happiest I've ever been, at the same time, I think I'm the most stressed I've ever been. And having these two little nut jobs just throwing insults at me, it ain't helping. It ain't helping one bit. It ain't helping. Um, and it's just driving me mad that they don't understand that I'm going through stuff. Like they don't understand that I'm stressed. Like we were talking about today and I was talking about how I'm going through stuff and that freaking blonde kid, see. Oh my god, I was right about to knock him out and I'm not someone who fights a lot. So I didn't, but I was right there. I'm I'm like saying how these words affect me and stuff like that. And he says, "Oh my god." He goes, "Yeah, and my grandma just died, but you don't see me acting like that." First of all, it's not a race. It's not a competition about who's going through the hardest stuff right now. I'm sorry to hear about your grandma. Don't get me wrong. Um, I'm sorry to hear about that, but at the same time, you can't use that as an excuse to bully people, bro. You can't use that as an excuse, bro. You can't. You cannot use that as an excuse. Like, I've dealt with a lot of stuff. 2018, I lost two dogs back to back, and I didn't act like that. I didn't put anything on other people like that. I didn't use that as an excuse to push people around. And that T kid has no excuse whatsoever, and I would say he's probably more annoying than the C kid. He has no excuse whatsoever just to be acting like that. And he's just like he used to be a good friend, but now he's kind of like a I don't give an F kid. And he's just kind of like, if you want to kill yourself, go ahead and do it. I don't care. He's just becoming an I don't care kid, and sometimes that's good. Like it's good you don't care about bully stuff like that. But other times, like I'm trying to be real with you, so can you be real with me, please? But none of them can. And then there's this other kid named D. Well, that's not his name, but I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say anyone who I'm talking about negatively's name. But there's another kid named D who is, oh my gosh, if C and T are annoying, D is on a whole other level. This kid got mad because, like we were running. I was running and I accidentally knocked him over. And I was really sorry about it, like his shoes got a little dirtied. And I was really sorry about it. Like I genuinely felt sorry for him. Um, and I tried to make it up to him, and we did make it up. We made it up, right? We make it up, and he's good. I'm good. I'm sorry. He says it's okay and stuff like that. We're moving on. And then now this kid nowadays is using that as an excuse to just pretty much be the most. No one likes him anymore. No one likes him anymore. People think he thinks people like him, bro. This kid like takes headphones, but like cuts them in half. He like rips people's papers up. He's literally just textbook bully, and he's like 80 pounds too. He's like 60 pounds going around bullying people, and so we're just done with him. But he still thinks he's our friend, and we've tried to give him a signal like, bro, you've crossed over the line. He just doesn't care, and like we've told teachers, and he says it in this voice, "What I do?" Or he says something like that, like well, like he's white, he's very white, and he goes, "What I do?" Whenever like he does something bad, and we're like on the verge of like tears are beating him up, and he's just like, what did I do? What did I do? You know exactly what you did, you little, I can't say that word, but um he knows exactly what he did, bro. And I just want to get away from these kids so bad, bro. I want to get away from these kids, these little goofballs, but I can't. I can't. I still have to go with another week, and I bet this week is gonna feel like 5 years. Cause oh my gosh, this has been the longest. This last week was the longest week of my life. No cap. It was so long, bro. Like I couldn't do anything. Or it was so long. This entire week was the longest just thing of my life, man. It really was. And now, like, I can't. And this weekend's gonna go by. I'm going to get it with my friends. I know I'll be happy then. But except for that, I know this weekend's just gonna go by like that. And I'm not gonna have any time to process my thoughts. We just got our Chromebooks taken away today, and I feel like that's gonna add much more stress on me. Because now I really don't know anything, like, if, like, what are my grades? I don't know anything like that at all. Like, everything's so stressful. Everything. So. I just had to air that out. I don't even care if I probably forgot to record this. Like it's probably not recording right now. I don't even care, bro. I don't care. Like I just needed to say it out loud. I needed to vent it. So hopefully I got my point clear. It's 10 o'clock, so I'm very tired, but I still feel like I understood myself for the most part. Like I'm just so done with like the kids in my school, bro. I'm so done with them. One more week. One more week, and then I'm freaking done with these kids. One more.